Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's good to be back. My name is Essie Precious Ogelibo, and I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has watched my previous videos. And yeah, so today I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna teach how to. I'm gonna try and give you a little insight. I'm going to answer a few questions. I'm going to start by giving a disclaimer that everything on this video is based on my personal experience and personal research. It's not a professional advice, and I can't be held liable for anything I say. So over to today's video. All right, a little bit about me. My name is Essie Precious Ogilibo. I'm originally from Nigeria. I was born and brought up in Nigeria, precisely Port Harcourt. I studied law in Benson Delta University, and I moved to Canada in 2019. My likes, I like porn. Anyways, that's about it. So, but today's video is gonna basically be about 5 things that I wish I knew before I moved to Canada and 5 things that attracted me to Canada. So I'm going to start with the 5 things that attracted me. And then when I talk about it, watch how my face lights up. First things first, the express entry. So I heard about express entry sometime in 2016. A friend of mine told me and said, oh, you can migrate to Canada and you go with your permanent resident. I'm like, permanent residence? That sounds good, because I never really wanted to go to any country and where I would have to hide from authorities or take on meager jobs, just able to make ends meet. And the story we all hear about how people work so hard to get their papers in the US. So I never wanted to have that experience. So when I heard about it, I was like, oh well, I'm gonna try it. So I did. And I actually didn't take it seriously. I just started with the preliminaries. So for those of you that haven't watched my first video, please, you need to watch my video on all you need to know about express entry. I basically poured out everything I know. So there could be more you should know, but that's about what I know. Like I said, everything in this video is based on my personal experience and research. So yeah, I took the express entry process, and yeah, sometime in 2019 I took it more seriously, and I got the PR, and I got my PR from Nigeria, and I moved to Canada in 2019. So that was the first thing that attracted me to Canada, was the fact that I could come to Canada with my permanent residence in my hands from Nigeria, and then I didn't have to go through whatever rigors. So the number 2 thing that I got attracted to Canada was a progressive lifestyle. So you know how you put in so much effort to doing something, and it all most times goes to sham depending on the system. So yeah, I wanted a situation where I could say I had a progressive lifestyle. I put in effort and I get something back. So progressive lifestyle and career pursuit in an enabling environment. All right, so I needed to be able to things in an enabling environment. Yeah, I remember when I moved here, I was still pretty uncertain as to what I wanted to do, if I wanted to pursue my legal career or find parts in a different career. So I got a career coach, and then he told me, look, you're in Canada, you can do anything you want to do. You can become anything you want to become. If you want to become a lawyer, you can become a lawyer here. If you want to become a nurse, you can become a nurse. If you want to become a doctor, you can become a doctor. All you just need to do is decide. So yeah, the idea that you put in effort and you get results was a big attraction for me, because I was pretty much tired. I had tried a lot of stuffs back home, and I felt tired, and I felt it was time for a change. Number 3 was healthcare. So I had heard that Canada had one of the best healthcare. Canada is one of the first 10 countries with the best healthcare system in the world. And not just, the interesting thing about it being best is that it's free. Completely free. You walk into the hospital and you have a headache, whatever, Even if you wanted to have an operation, you do it completely free and not pay a penny. Holy, can you beat that? Of course not. So yeah, that for me was a big attraction because I hated uncertainties, and I wanted to know that, okay, because health is life, so you need to stay, for you to stay alive, you need to, you can never tell what will probably happen in future. So you needed to, everyone had to, secure that. So I had to secure that part. So yeah, number 4 for me was I actually wanted an ideal environment for kids. So Canada turns out to be an ideal environment to raise kids. So I presently don't have any children, but of course I knew that if I wanted to have children, I wanted to give them an ideal environment and also give them better options than I had. Other than the fact that healthcare is free, education here is free too for the kids. So the fact that they could get good quality education, go to good schools, good public schools, and not pay a penny was a big plus for me. Because if you had to get the same standard of learning back home, you'd have to pay through your nose and probably earn meager income and then pay through your nose for schooling. Whereas they could get the same thing here for free. So yeah, that was a big attraction for me. And then the last but not the least, long life expectancy. So I'm originally from Nigeria, like I said earlier. If you have lived in Nigeria and probably lived in the part of Nigeria like Lagos, my dear, and you live past 50 years, kudos to you, because honestly, when you go through so much stress, there's a limit of how much stress your body can take. In Canada, for instance, we have a good population of old people. Now, why is that? I've been opportune to work in old people's home. They are taken care of by the government. All right? You see people in their 90s still walking, still driving, because you have an enabling environment that hasn't taken the best of you. So, yeah, that for me was a plus. I needed to experience that, because I ain't gonna work all my life and then suffer in my old age. I feel like right now, if I'm no matter the taxes I get to pay, I'm actually paying towards my old age and my children. So I'm comfortable with that. I'm not probably gonna be abandoned or anything. So yeah, life expectancy. I intend to live long as God permits. I tend to experience the best. Yeah, so that's for it, was the attraction. Now let me go over to the next cocoa. 5 things I wish I knew. First of all, the first things first. Let me ring the drum bell. Anyways, first things first. Value of money. So I honestly didn't understand the value of money. Yeah, some people probably might watch this video and say, oh, she's stupid. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, I didn't understand. When I say value of money, most times I calculated whatever income a year. Oh, you earn $100,000. You earn $50,000. And I'm like, okay, where's my calculator? Then I'm like, times. I do the math and I'm like, oh my God, that's so much money. Hell no. By the time you come here, you end up equating this money to what you get and what you spend. Trust me, it's not that much money. So yeah, the value of money costs one big problem for me. I had this dental thing that I needed to do as far back as when I was maybe 18. I needed to fill up this gap in my teeth. Some people say it makes me look cute. I don't know. Anyways, so I needed to fill that up, and I always wanted to do it because it was kind of an untold insecurity I had. So when I was gonna come here, a friend of mine told me that, oh yeah, everything is free, but dental's ain't free. And I'm like, holy, am I gonna come spend? So I did a little research and I realized that to have an implant done here, it was gonna cost me maybe $4,000 to $5,000, depending on where and the for one tooth. And I'm like, that's over 3 million naira. That's too much money. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing in Nigeria before I left. That was the beginning of my problem. So yeah, I did my teeth in Nigeria. This clip here shows what my tooth looked like, and then what the dentist did. messed it up, and then I ended up coming to Canada, and I came with a liability. I had to pay. So luckily for me, I got a job that also gave me insurance coverage, so they covered a particular amount, and then I had to pay the rest off my pocket to get the originality back. That's to get this. So yeah, why did I fall into this error? Because I kept calculating the amount of money that was being called for that I saw. I kept converting this money to naira, and I felt it was huge money. But in retrospect, if I had waited, it would have been piece of cake. I would have had the implants done and not even realized $3,000 left my pocket. Eventually, when I get rich, though. Yeah, so that was it. One of the things, value of money. You need to be able to understand that you don't calculate the value of naira against dollars and then weigh what it doesn't determine expenses, like what is expensive or what is not expensive. You know what I mean? Then secondly, my licensing journey. So quite a while I had done my research, but I didn't really do so much as related to my career. So if I had known differently, I would have started my licensing journey from Nigeria. I would have requested. Eventually, in my next video, I'm going to talk about my licensing journey. I intend to do that when I'm done with all my exams and finally pass everything, and then I come and do hooray, you know. So for now, yeah, my licensing journey. I could have done it differently. I could have started it because most people started it back home and they came here, wrote the exam. So it gives you a swifter transition if you can just get done with it quickly and then get into your line of profession. Yeah. So number 3, I wish I did proper research. I'd probably just listened. Now, by proper research, not just reading off everything on Google. Ask questions. There's need to ask questions. Go on whatever site, ask whatever question. The question might sound stupid at the time, but just ask, because a lot of things, the truth is you're going to be moving to a completely new environment. Everything is going to be novel to you. So as much information as you can gather is necessary. You gather that. And number 4 is soft skills. So forget that your certificates. You know, if you think you probably think you have one huge degree. Forget all your degree. If you don't know have soft skills, if you cannot communicate with people properly, if you don't know how to, you know, deal with issues, and nobody's looking at your paper qualification, what can you do? All right, so you need to be able to develop your soft skills before you attempt to move. Now, how is soft skills developed? Your job, for instance, for whatever job you're doing, you're learning something, right? So you need to be able to create perfection. If it's customer service, have good customer service. That's, you know, your expression. It goes beyond talking. If you take a bad attitude and bring it here, that's the end. All right. So whatever you know how to do, just know how to do it well. Forget about your qualification, because honestly speaking, a lot of Canadians don't even have college degrees, but they make a lot of money. Yeah, because all they need is your soft skills and your handwork. That's 4. Sadly, I don't think I have number 5. So yeah. So for now, that's about the 8. So yeah, if you're considering moving to Canada, trust me, I still feel like it's one of the best decisions I made, because when you have a government that works, take for instance with the COVID-19, there are lots of schemes that ensures that you sit at home without having panic attack. So right now I'm sitting at home, no panic attack, and I get paid by the government. Awesome, right? I know. Anyway, so yeah, so if you intend to do this move, it takes a very good, I don't regret it. And then so thank you guys for viewing my videos and for the support and everything. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you all very soon. On my next video, I'm going to talk about provincial nomination. I've not exactly put out a video yet because I needed to ensure that I do all my research and be sure that each province, because every province is peculiar, right? But in the meantime, please stay safe. Stay home if you have to stay home. Do whatever you have to do. Wash your hands, maintain good hygiene, and let's put an end to COVID-19 because we are tired. We need life to continue. And plus, we need immigration to go on. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, it's also a good time because right now, the economy would have faced a downturn and we'll need people. So Canada needs people. We need you to come. Thank you. All right. So please like my videos. Hit the subscribe button. See you.